Oops. That is awkward. Yahoo. Apparently we are starting without the starting soon screen, so hello. I don't know. I kind of spaced out and then I realized it's 6 and I wanted to start at 6. So, yeah. I guess we are jumping straight into the stream without a welcome or a warm up today. Anyways, Yahoo!
Nice.
It is your favorite leafy boy Avery, and today we are playing Honkai again. Yippee! Um, you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title, you might have read the description as well. It is my first time logging in today, so we are going to get these out of the way quick. What's new here? Build target. Oh, yeah, we are getting the drops for Cyrene. I totally forgot sometimes that this is a new, like an actual feature in the game. However, I'm not quite sure where we are headed now. What to do, what to do. I guess we could go to the lawful, because that is where Dan Heng is actually from. But where though? Where though? Exalting Sanctum sounds nice for us today. Or at least for me. I don't know about you. But yes, last time we played.
Peaceful days are like breezes carrying the scent of wheat fields.
Thank you, Pinon. But yeah, last time we played, we were just pulling for. Where is she? Where is she? Nope, nope. She's right here. We were pulling for Evernight, and we got very, very lucky. We got a 50-50 loss to Mr. Yang. And then a few pulls later, I believe 2 pulls later, Evernight came home. We didn't finish leveling her quite yet then because I didn't have enough boss materials to finish
The seeds
ascending
of
her.
memories shall sprout in the rain.
And I did not want to bore you guys with
Those brilliant flowers are newborn dreams.
farming content because I know farming is something that I don't enjoy. Like it's visually not very like stimulating. You're just doing the same thing. She is still working the Memories Curtain Never Falls, which is the Herta Shop light phone for a while. She is
They
going to
really
be
are
using
cute.
this since I do not have Remembrance Trailblazer. And Evernight also uses her skill a lot. So the 16% buffing is actually really good. I did get not idle traces. We were going for some more farming. I have no idea. Anytime, anytime I start streaming, my mind just goes blank and it seems like I forget words. But yeah, I have been doing Echo Echoes of War for both Evernight and danheng PT because
Every road we walk deserves a little souvenir.
with this trace activated, we are getting a massive crit damage buff to both Evernight and currently my Castoris, and later on some of my other characters if we get lucky and get more remembrance characters for this team. For now, it's so tempting to just go ham and upgrade all of these. But I need some Echo 4 materials for danheng as well. However, we can get some of these materials synthesized so that I get all of these stat bonuses activated on our Evernight. Yes, thank you. So that she is, apart from her and her why brain, why do you just pause like that? My brain is just weird, apparently. But yes, what are you called? What? I mean, its name is Evie, so I can just say both Evie and Evernight. But anyways, this is mostly it for Evernight. I have been farming, but we didn't really get many upgrades here. I mean, this one has HP, which is not too bad, but I do believe we have a decent stat ratio for Evernight in her current team right now. And today's star of the show is going to be Dan Heng Permansor Terrae. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing this correctly. However, Dan Heng is here. He is a
I'll
free
always
unit.
protect.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan Heng. That is all we ask you to do. But yes, he is a free unit. So if you haven't yet checked in or logged in
These
to,
newborn scales grow ever harder.
if you haven't logged into your Starrail account and you want a free 5-star unit that is actually pretty good, do so. Because yes, Danheng PT is a free unit, a free preservation unit. I had to take a little look up here because I almost said defensive unit, which is,
These newborn scales grow ever harder.
it's not a stretch to say he is a defensive unit, but they do have a name and it's called preservation. I might have overfarmed with the boss materials
These newborn scales grow ever harder.
because I didn't know we will be getting the free materials as well. So I have 10 more than I need of these,
These newborn scales grow ever harder.
which is still fine.
I'll
We
use this
are...
power to my heart's content.
Thank you, Dan Heng. It's still good. There might be a future character who uses those ascension materials from the bosses, but for right now,
Know my heart and follow the way of the permanence.
I'm sorry, but these animations are just so good, so beautiful. And yes, where was I? Dan Heng, sorry.
Know my heart.
Oh, it just
And
continues.
follow
Okay.
the way of the permanence.
From what I know, all he needs is attack. He does not do much damage. But it's not a bad thing for him to have some damaging stats other than attack.
Know my heart.
But it's not a priority.
And follow the way of the permanence.
Light cone wise, I have been thinking of going for his signature light cone. However, as much like he is an attack scaling preservation character, which is kind of weird
I'll always protect.
in the way that most of the other preservation units have been so far defense scaling, except for Fei Xiao, not Fei Xiao. What's her name? What's her name? Where are you? Fuxian. Fuxian, I believe, is HP scaling.
I'll always protect.
I believe, but I'm not quite sure. But yes, most of the preservation units have been defense scalers, and danheng is the only attack scaling preservation unit, which would mean that none of the current light cones are super usable with him, especially because of the fact that most of them are by default scale with defense. Danheng doesn't need defense. Danheng needs attack. So his signature light cone would be great for this attack boost. But other than that, restoring HP would be really good for most allies, but at the same time, redoubt targets the lowest HP target, and sometimes that's not going to be your main DPS. And when I'm playing Danheng with Finon, I'm going to be playing with Sunday and Bronya, and neither Sunday nor Bronya need damage buffing because they are not going to be doing damage. Finon is going to be. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if his light cone is going to be needed. So for now, he is using VR Wildfire, which is a 4-star light cone that does give some HP regeneration, but also buffs damage dealt by all allies, which is universal for the whole team. And Finan can take, well, actually use it, not necessarily with the same efficiency as other teams would. But yeah, I am actually thinking about getting. Wait for a second. Now that Danheng is level
To
80,
safeguard hope. That
can-
too is every nameless one's duty.
we can put him on the team, which I'm going to be using him on. But yes, I have been thinking about buying the, what is it called? I have been playing so much Genshin Impact nowadays that I am just in a very Genshin mode with my brain. I have talked about this before on the last HSR stream as well. And so I always forget what the HSR things called. So Nameless Honor. Not Nameless Honor. Yes, Nameless Honor. I could buy this. Get Nameless Glory, and we will get a light cone of our choosing. And that light cone can be the newest reservation light cone, which is actually pretty decent and would be an upgrade to VR Flyer. VR Firefly. Is that the not navigation? Light cone. Wildfire. Sorry. It would be an upgrade to VR Wildfire. It looks like talking is not going to be easy today. I'm sorry about that. But yes, VR Wildfire is going to be his current light cone, and until I do get myself to buy Nameless Honor, we are going to have to give up Journey Forever Peaceful. As much of an upgrade it would be to VR Wildfire, currently it's going to work just as decently, I believe. And so we are on to activating his traces. Bonus ability 1, which is going to buff the attack of the bondmate, which is most definitely going to be fine on in my case. And then this one gives us some energy, which is always nice. And then our final bonus ability is going to give us a stacking shield, if I remember correctly. Yes, I think I did remember. I should learn how to sight read, actually, because that would make it so much easier for me to stream, because I can like get the gist of like big text walls. What are recommendations? Skill and ultimate. Talent is secondary priority. Basic attack. Mostly, I don't think I will be leveling basic attack because I don't really think in a rotation it's necessary. It's going to be necessary for Dan Heng to attack. So we are doing skill here to get big strong shield for us and our team. And then I guess we can do talent. Dispels one debuff from all allies, provides a shield that can offset damage. Yes, so it's basically, yeah. It's just good. It's all around good. It's going to be an upgrade because I have been using Aventurine on this team, which is not bad. Aventurine worked for what it's worth. However, he did not actually like give any buffs, which meant less. Excuse me. Did you hear that? You might have heard that. There was a motorcycle. Very fast. But yes, Aventurine's shielding was okay for what it was, but it wasn't giving a buff, which did not give find on the stacks he needs to get his ultimate up further. What I'm going to be doing here is get everything up to like level 6 or 7, I believe, is the final that we can do without needing Echoes of War drops. And then we can just, I guess, get his shield stronger here. Up to the max. Also, the bondmate gets a buff here because of this. Yeah, so I believe this for right now is going to be good for us. And then we do have Evernight. We can also upgrade a little, but not too much. I believe top priority is set to be ultimate and then Memo Sprite talents. Memo Sprite talents do not really need Echoes of War, so we are doing those perfect. And then we can do ultimate twice more, which is going to be level 9. I do believe that is it for today, because I do not want to jump into an Echo of War yet. So I will be doing the rest of the farming for these offline. But for now, I guess this is going to be good enough for these characters. And what we can do is do a little damage testing, and now that we are actually here, I guess we could do Pure Fiction, which, as you can see, I have attempted but did not succeed in clearing with full stars, which is like a pattern that I have with everything that goes with it. Like even AP Shadow and Pure Fiction, I did have Pure Fiction and I AP Shadow once. No, no. It was MOC that I have cleared with full stars. However, the latest MOC boss on 12, I believe, is really hard. I couldn't really figure out the mechanics for it yet, so I'm not even trying. Maybe with this theme we will be able to, but yeah. And then AP Shadow is the same as before. I did get close to getting max stars, but didn't really work out. So we can try, I guess, and see how we fare with these team upgrades for now.
To hear a story? I've got many more.
In our current rotation. So, instead of adventuring, we are going to be using danheng leafy. And this is our team composition for both sides. I do believe this one should be the best for us, because we are not really doing DOT or I mean, technically, we do use a lot of ultimates because both Sunday and Bronya buff with their ultimates, and Dan Heng also uses ultimate. We could try this as well. But this one just seems really good for me because Finon uses a lot of skills when he is in his enhanced form. And then also most of the damage here is going to be it is going to be skill damage, I believe. But using ultimate would be good for us here. Because all of my characters here use ultimate. So we are going to try with this configuration and we'll see how it goes. I guess. And you are going to be seeing how I use my teams. It's going to be a lot of skill issue. Because sometimes I do not feel like I am using
Show your courage.
No need to hesitate. Your judgment brought you this far.
Light up the dawn.
most optimal rotations, one might say.
Dragons rise! Earth shatters, heaven
Our
trembles!
bonded is going to be fine on.
Fine.
We can get
Mortal.
an ultimate on here with Sunday, and we
Dragons,
could
open
use
soaring above the land.
ultimate here
This is permanent!
because it's going to break here,
Seek and you shall receive.
both with the follow-ups as well from the dragon, and
Serenity is
we are
before
getting
me.
more
No other
damage
choice
on
but forward.
Finon
Future will come.
because he gets the Memo Sprite damage as well from Sunday
Your strength.
because of the dragon.
For tomorrow.
We've
We
entered
can
the
use an
storm.
ultimate here
To guard and
to get
defend.
more attack and
Crush them.
crit damage.
I'll endure.
And I do want to check out Finon's
Troublesome.
stats here.
My strength.
Because we do have a lot of attack here, and basically a really good crit rate to crit damage ratio. So I do believe we don't really need to refresh anything with
Do
Danheng.
not
So
let this moment
I
slip
think we
away.
can just use the ultimate here with Finon and get an E going.
Tear the sky. Is that all? Quench
I
the
think
flame's
this
blood.
one's going to be good for us.
Is that all?
And the dragon did follow us here, so dragon is going to also attack. Right? It's giving us a shield, okay.
Is that all?
I do not want to use the E, because I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's needed. We are on 14% here, so I would rather do this one more time. And then use the E on the second part, where we do get a boss as well.
For agony. Is that all?
Or not. I think we could just do this. Right?
Empty ship.
Because that breaks the trash can. Yep. That's a lot of true damage. We get a shield.
The flames are not strong.
And then we can do a big E. It wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be. Sad. Okay. We can use an E here as a final, and then a big boom.
Facing death, yet finding life. Torment and doubt, farewell.
And then we refresh our buffs here, and also do a lot of damage, or as much damage as we can.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanence.
This battle is unavoidable.
We couldn't skill, but that's okay. I guess we activate here, so that Finon can do as much damage in his Tashlana form as possible. Because we are getting into our last turn here.
Feel the scorching hatred.
I can use this right now to get enough stacks,
The flames are not struck.
and then do an E, which is decent for us. I do believe another Q will be good for us here. Also, we get a follow-up as well.
Yes, I'll never yield to fate.
Nope, that's not going to be enough for us, so we are using W here with the taunt.
Remember agony. Feel the scorching hatred.
And then E should be enough to end it, and we get into the new boss as well here. But we are also most probably going to
Quench the flames with blood.
Let the duel commence.
end this battle short, or it's going to be cut short because
Branded with strife.
turn 0 is right here. I have to admit that I have no recollection on how well I did on this part with Aventurine. But I'm not sure we are going to be able to get 35,000 points. 36,000 points. Even with our upgraded Evernight. Hi, hello, Rispel. Thank you for joining. My name is Avery if you're new here, and I hope you have a pleasant time. We are doing... What is this called? I always forget. I am in such... like, my mind is going blank. Anytime I start streaming, my mind just goes blank and I have no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm also in a very big Genshin mood since the new version came out, and I forget every HSR term. What is this? Pure Fiction. Yes, we are doing Pure Fiction. And we are also testing Evernight and Dan Heng PT. So yes, it is what it is. I don't think we are going to be able to get enough points though here to clear with full stars again, which is kind of sad, but also it is HSR. Like, not very surprising unless you have all the good stuff,
That hurts a bit.
which I kind of have, because let's face it, Kesteris, Evernight, Tribi, and then Sunday Pinon, Danheng PT are very good.
Don't worry. Night falls.
I think doing an ultimate here is going to be the move, because then we get an empowered Q on Eevee. Why do you do this, King?
It's coming! Riding the west wind! Away we go!
And we are also stacking the buffing mechanic of this floor. So yeah. Do we heal? Yes, we can heal this. We can ulti this. It's not really like vital to do this the correct way with Gallagher, because
Darkness with me.
we don't really have a boss here on the ensemble.
Stop messing around.
It's going to matter more when we get into the second part, where we do have a boss opponent here as well. It is still an empowered
Meet again.
Eevee, so it should be doing more damage. And I will have to heal Evernight next time we get to
Riding the west wind! Away!
Gallagher, because Evernight is looking rough. We do still have our Eve from... What's your name? Truby.
May death protect us!
Why are these things so hard for me right now? These are names.
You'll quiet down real soon.
We can summon
Treat our guests
Eevee
nicely.
again. It's going to give us
Don't
our
worry.
ultimate, which we will
Just
be
clean up
using, because
fast.
that's going to empower Eevee as well. So it's going to be doing more damage. We also get a follow-up from Tribi.
Rise and shine.
Already see the HSR special program? I haven't seen the HSR special program yet. Not quite sure when I'm going to watch it.
Gonna keep going?
Because
I'll
apparently,
catch my breath for a while.
I have seen stuff and discussion. Excuse me, I'm just going to adjust a few things. Get a little closer here. Sorry if you hear the creaking of my chair. Hello, the Herta herself is here with us. Hi, welcome to the stream. My name is Avery, and I hope you have a pleasant time today. But yes, I have seen an uproar towards Cyrene, and I have also seen many people saying that we are not getting
Time to mix things up.
Next time it
a
rains,
good,
I'll be there, umbrella in hand.
like a good character with her, because even the developers used E6, I believe,
Step up, let's see ya.
to make her look better, I guess, because a lot of people I have seen are very much disappointed that she is supposed to be like a buffer or a character that uplifts all Chrysosairs, and apparently she seems to be working best with
Stop stressing. Have me take
Mammo
you.
Sprite, Mammo Sprite units.
Again.
Because yeah, she needs to
Embrace a new life.
get more stack. I'm not quite sure. I have not seen the special program, and I'm not not sure I'm going to be like reacting to it,
It's coming. Riding the west wind. Away we
because I guess it's also story-wise going to be a spoiler for me. I am very behind on the story of
Time to mix things up.
Next
Amphorius.
time it rains,
Nice like a
I'll be there. Umbrella
So yeah,
in hand.
Indulge yourselves!
I don't think we need to do this.
In the mood for another beating? It ain't over.
Please cherish this darkness with me.
But yeah, I've seen a lot of discourse over Cyrene, and I've seen that the new banner rotation, we are getting 3 5-star characters on both rerun banners, which is crazy. Like, we already had 2, which I don't know. Like, having 2 banners at the same time is going, like, it's going to make you
Coming.
choose on who to prioritize.
The west wind.
And then now that we have the Cyrene banner, which is apparently going to run from the beginning of the patch to the end of the patch, I believe. And then we get 3 rerun characters. Like, yeah. If you are F2P, good luck prioritizing.
How's this taste?
Life is not so fragile.
If you are not F2P, good luck spending a lot of money. For now, from what I've seen, I think my priority is going to be Kesteris,
May death protect us.
and even more so Kesteris's light cone, because I do not have a good light cone for Kesteris.
Delivering warmth.
Treat our guests nicely. Rise and shine.
Step up, let's see ya.
Don't worry. Night
So
falls.
she's going to be my priority for now.
It's coming. Riding the west wind.
And then I don't know, man. Yeah, Hyacinth is running as well. Yeah, she would be a big upgrade from Gallagher. That is also true.
Time to mix things up.
Next time it rains, I'll be
Maybe if I do
umbrella
buy
in hand.
My friend?
the thingy. What is it again?
Indulge yourselves!
I forgot the name of it. Again, what's the Battle Pest thingy called? Nameless Honor. Yes. I am so good with names and remembering things.
Stop messing around. Again.
But yeah, if I do buy Nameless Honor, I do get a lot of stuff.
Embrace
Jade.
a new life.
In particular that I can use to pull for characters in the future. So that might be a way to go. And then we are going into low spender territory instead of F2P. I do want to emphasize though that most of the time I do not like to spend money on games that are F2P
Riding the west wind. Away we go.
when it's not necessary. But who knows when we get a new, you know,
Next time it rains, I'll
rotation
be there. Umbrella in
or
hand. Have some fun.
rerun banner where
Rise and shine.
we can get so many good stuff
You two
for
head to
our
another realm.
account to
Return
upgrade
dust.
our teams and damage potential. Turn 0 is getting closer to us, so I'm just going to
Death
use
protect us.
the dragon up. Let's do
Nice like a good, my friend?
a final hooray
Indulge yourselves!
to get some more damage on it. Here. If I heal Evernight, I don't think we are going to get enough damage. We might get enough damage.
Gonna keep going?
on
Now
her.
I'll catch my breath. Time to mix things up.
Next time it rains, I'll be there, umbrella.
Nope. Nope, we don't. 54,000, that's a pity. I'm not quite sure how I did before on this. Anyways, I I am so terrible at keeping track of conversations and my thoughts, my thought process. I do like Dan Heng PT. But yes, what were we talking about? We were talking about the banners. And yes, we can actually check those out right now, right? It, here in the notice section thingy. News. Yes. Even for phase 1 is going to be Cyrene. And then Kesteris, Hyacinth, and Triby. With these 4 stars, who I believe all of them are E6 currently on my account, but I'm not quite sure. I definitely think at least Pela is E6. And we do have light cones. Light cone wise, I think Kester's light cone is going to be our priority first and foremost to get her personal damage as high as possible. Because right now we are using a 4-star light cone that's not really good for her because it's only giving her like a tiny crit damage boost. So yeah, it's not great. So Kester's light cone is going to be our priority. Yeah, all great characters are rerunning here. And yeah, that's why I said like good luck F2Ps and like good time have a good time spending your money for the whales. Cause yeah, it's a stacked roster of character reruns here. Cause these are all top tier characters right now, currently. Um this is a Nihility Light Cone, which I do not use because the only Nihility character I have leveled is Pela currently, and she does not need this. I do believe this is Preservation, and I do believe Aventurine uses it currently, but I'm not quite sure about it. Anyways, 5 stars. I do have Ebon Kesteris by a miracle, which was my anniversary miracle. From the Hoyo gods or something. I don't know. That was a really good anniversary present, which I was very happy about. But we do need her light cone. To make her even better. And then probably Hyacinth is going to be our second priority because she does have good like 4-star light cone options that does not, so I don't need to get her 5-star light cone signature. Trippy's signature light cone is also really good. I do believe, or not believe, but I do remember being very, very torn about it because Sunday and Tribby was running at the same time the last time they got a rerun. And let's just say I was very torn about going for either Sunday's light cone or Tribby's light cone, but at the end I didn't go for either of them because yeah, I wasn't really big on Jades back then. I didn't have things like saved up for us. So yeah, that's it for the first half. And then second half is probably, if I remember correctly, is going to be Finon, My Day, and one more character. one more character which I'm not quite sure about. Oh, I didn't claim these yet, which would have been bad. Ruby is better E1 true damage. Yeah, that's probably true. True damage, if especially if you don't use them with Remembrance Trailblazer, is probably better. Not relics. Yeah. E1 is definitely good for Truby. But I do feel like all of the characters and light cones are so busted that nowadays with the newer characters that it's like so hard to prioritize stuff. Even like Danheng PT, you get one for free. And then if you look at his E1, it gives all type Respen for 3 turns. It's not much, but it's more than nothing. And especially if you don't use Ruby, because you usually don't use Ruby with Finon. This would be like a really good, you know, Eidolon to go for a little passive buffing. And even if you don't use it with, like, if you don't use Danheng with Finon, even for the Herta, if you need a defensive option on your team because it's really fragile or something, a little more Respen with both Ruby and Danheng PT is going to be pretty decent, I feel like. But I'm not a theory crafter. I am kind of just vibing and hanging out in this game,
Know
and
my heart,
I guess that's
and
something
follow
that
the way of the permanence.
is pretty prevalent when you see my gameplay. Because I don't do perfect rotations. I am nowhere near a good like player when it comes to getting the most of my
Know
characters
my
and
heart,
such.
and follow the way of the permanence.
But yes, what else could we do here? Is what I'm thinking right now, because I mean, I guess we could use our Trailblaze power. I ran out of things. Oh, I maxed out on this. Oh, no problem. Just enjoy the game. That is the plan. That is very much the plan for us. Because I do feel like I can, ever since I started streaming and doing content, I have been stuck inside my head for like getting all the content ideas and trying to do everything at the same time. Like, okay, I should be doing this on stream, I should be doing this while I'm streaming, I should be recording every single thing that I do on this account so that I can make a video out of it
Serenity is before me. No
and
other
stuff
choice
like
but
that.
forward.
And that's not a healthy way of thinking and like experiencing a game either. Like, hello, like
We've
healthy
entered the storm.
boundaries. And so I did take a step back
To guard and defend. Crush them.
and I try to enjoy the games as much as possible that I play. And one of those games is Genshin Impact, which is also a gacha game. And I have been very,
Lend me your strength.
how do I say this? Very burnt out in both Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail because I've been streaming for 1.5 years now. Holy, that's a really long time. Yeah, because October
A moment of
28
divine
is
insight
going to
arises from
be
enduring patience.
the actual half-year mark. So yeah, in 2 days I have been streaming for
Lend me your strength.
1.5 years now,
No consequence.
My strength.
which is crazy. And I have been playing both Genshin Impact, not on stream though.
Finding life.
Soaring above the lands. This
Mostly I have been streaming honkaistarrail. But yeah, I have been doing Genshin Impact and honkaistarrail at the same time. And those two games, if you know, you know. Both of them need like daily logins and sometimes take a lot of time. And sometimes you just don't have the capacity to do that. To do everything. These are terrible, terrible, terrible relic luck.
my purpose is to protect.
I am going to do a thing here and get master volume, music down a little bit, voices down a little bit, and then sound effects down a little bit, and then continue battle and put it on auto
Watch over you.
so that I can yap a little bit about this.
Earth shatters,
Um,
heaven trembles.
so I don't have to focus on playing the game and doing things and talk to you guys. But yeah, those two games are really
Lend me your strength.
labor heavy. Like you have to be engaged and log in daily to get the maximum amount of rewards. And as you can see, I don't really spend like before I open the menu for the event, and I still have 3 events of this version that I have to finish in like 8 days or 9 days, and I haven't started any of them. And that is also part of my burnout, where I don't feel like playing or like getting as or spending as much time on the game as I have before. Maybe it's a good way to like say it. I mean, it has crit rate and HP, so I will be locking this. That's attack percentage. If it rolls speed, it's usable, I guess. Okay.
Soaring above
Moving
the
on.
lands. Permanence. Mountains roar, dragons rise. I'll endure.
Yeah.
No consequence.
So,
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
um,
Doubt farewell. For tomorrow.
it's just kind of hard to be motivated to
Lend me your
create
strength.
content, but not have your life like revolve around the content that you want to create. And I have been in a really like bad position like mentally about this, because I haven't had many viewers in the past when it comes to my streams or my videos and stuff like that. And I had some initial videos that did like decent, but then I start like views started dropping on my later videos. Wait, this is actually really good, so I'm locking this. But yeah, later videos views started dropping, and then HP percentage. Why couldn't you be like attack percentage? But even then, these are DPS stats, which Dan Heng does not really need.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles.
So yeah, I got lost in the numbers and I disappointed myself because, oh, I might not be like cut out
Serenity is before
for
me.
content creation. Like I'm not interesting and the things that I do are not interesting. And right now I'm still in the middle of figuring out how to create the content that I want to see on my own
Lend me
channel.
your strength.
Like stuff that's like interesting for me. And right now, what I'm feeling and how I'm like getting to do this is like Genshin, because the new version really caught my attention. I really have been enjoying myself playing the Not Cry release, I do enjoy the story that they got, and I also started, like, I did a video on my bestie's like Genshin account, which has been like abandoned for a year or nearly a year. And I wanted to just see how far I can push it, and then
I'm fine.
like there's a follow-up coming, but even then it's been like 2 weeks, and I have been not really like struggling with it. I'm just still putting it off because I don't know, procrastination is king
Lend
around
me your strength.
this household. So yeah, um and that brings me to my original point, where both of these games are very labor intensive, and if you want to make like content out of them, that is also an added layer of labor on those games. So like
So without substance.
you have to find a balance where you either just play the game for your own enjoyment, or you play the game for content. Because it sometimes feels like when you start content creation, and that's what I felt like with the Honkai Star Rail, is I couldn't enjoy the gameplay of Honkai Star Rail because I was always thinking about the content that I'm going to make with it. And since I started doing it, like started playing the game with a stream,
Serenity is
I
restored.
kind of locked myself into the mindset that I can only play this game when I'm streaming it. But with my human schedule being all over the place and some things not
Guard and
working out,
defend. Crush them.
it's kind of hard to like play a game and stream it at the same time.
Soaring above the lands. This
But I
is
have been very
permanent.
worried about like not having an audience to stream it to as well. But yeah, it's just a very complex problem that's like kind of exaggerated the burnout that I was feeling towards the game.
Guide you on your
So I'm trying to find the balance on how can I enjoy the game while also creating some type of content for it, like actually streaming and stuff like that, which I did feel like the um turn or decision that I made with Genshin Impact, where I'm doing the story quests and the Archon quest on my own, so that I don't have to like constantly think about which part I can put into a video, or how can I
no consequence.
react to certain things happening in the story quest, so that I can make it even more entertaining for the viewer to
Lend me your
see.
strength.
Because a lot of story-based games are very hard to play and react to at the same time, to be entertaining to an audience, is what I
Lend me
feel
your
like
strength.
currently.
To guard and defend.
And
Crush
because
them.
of that, I have been thinking about not
Core flames consume me.
continuing the Trailblaze missions on stream and just doing Amphorius on my own, and then do these kind of streams where I pull for characters, where I upgrade characters and build them and try to make like teams and fun challenges without being too strict and serious about it. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be doing, but even then, with my human's hectic schedule, it's not really easy for me to balance everything when it comes to like IRL obligations and then gaming for the joy of gaming and also gaming for the sake of content creation. Because content creation is like, I wouldn't say like the hardest thing out there. There are definitely harder
Lend me your
jobs
strength.
to do, and there are definitely harder obstacles to like what's the word that I'm looking for?
Guide you on your path.
Harder obstacles to
Lend me your
tackle
strength.
in life.
Future will come.
But if you are not used to the rhythm of it and you don't really have like a system set down for it, it's not necessarily the easiest thing to balance with other stuff that you have to do. Not quite sure if I'm making sense right now, because I usually don't make sense, even to myself sometimes. Where I look back at something and I'm like, did I actually say that? Or I like realize what I said and I'm like, that sentence didn't make any sense at all. So yeah, I hope it made sense to you and you are not tired of hearing me yap about content creation and gaming and stuff like that, because yeah, that would be like the worst thing for me personally, to realize that I'm just yapping and people don't really care about or don't really enjoy that side of me. Because sometimes I do get a little rambly.
I have delivered the missive about the meeting.
Uh-oh.
Do you have any questions, Master Dan Heng?
It's been so long since I have been to... Oh no, we walked right into it. This is something that I don't like to do when I like run into a cutscene and I realize that I have so many unfinished quests. And it not disturbs, but like kind of throws off the rhythm that I have been going on. But I believe this is the lawful Trailblaze continuance or Dan Heng's story quest. Either one of the two. But I think for Dan Heng's story quest, I do need to answer like text from Dan Heng, so this is probably the story for Trailblaze continuance. I guess we do this for a while until I can like teleport away and like do something
I
else.
know all that I wish to know. Thank you, Miss Huanxi.
Imbibitor Lunae, which is also a Dan Heng variant. A beautiful,
You need not
beautiful
address me
boy.
as Miss. I am but one of Miss Bailu's maids. Then again, if I may be so bold as to make a humble request.
Go ahead.
Before this goes ahead... Oh, who might this be?
Hi, it's me, Avery. Just imagine I'm a street lamp, barely even here. I still don't really know how I like Kayla's to be, because sometimes I feel really gremlin and go for the funniest options, and sometimes I feel like being really serious. But yeah, hi. The name's Avery. Nice to
I'm
meet you.
speaking with Master Dan Heng. I'm afraid this doesn't involve you. Please take your leave.
Wow, rude much?
He is a close friend. I've invited him along to bear witness. Please, treat him as you would me. Now, what was your request?
Yes, Dan Heng. Put him in his place. Her in her place. Equality, I guess. Um, Sometimes I just mix up pronouns like that. I have no idea where my mind goes at those times, but it just happens.
Then I hope you don't plan on meeting with Miss Bailu.
Why? We know Bailu. We have met her. A High Elder's maid turning away guests without her master's knowledge. Very interesting.
Bailu is simple and innocent, incapable of ill intent. It's natural for a servant to care for her master and share in her worries.
But we do know Bailu. We literally met her. And we have her on the
Hear what I
account
have to
as well.
say. I have good reason to be concerned. Perhaps you should know that Miss Bailu's path to becoming a High Elder was neither in compliance with proper protocol, nor of her own volition. Everything was a result of the stubbornness of her predecessor, Dan Feng. His hubris and tyranny brought about the end of the Luofu's High Elder succession.
Yeah, things took a really violent turn there with Donfang. Sometimes I choose a stupid dialogue for fun. Yeah, that's just the fun of it. Like, but it's hard to like decide on the spot because sometimes I feel very silly, in a very silly mood, and even in serious situation I would go total gremlin. And other times I'm just like, okay, let's get to the point, lady. Like, let's do the serious part. Like, this is serious. But yeah.
The preceptors heard of Master Dan Heng's return
Mm-mm.
and were uncertain whether it constituted good or ill fortune. However, many have surmised that the Luofu's High Elder succession tradition will soon be back in force. If true, that is indeed something worth celebrating. Whether we find another suitable candidate in accordance with the laws of our people, or have you take up the position anew, everything can still be mended.
In my language, sometimes there are funny choices and they become memes. Those are the best memes, like linguistic differences when it's about like the translation. Because sometimes you cannot translate it perfectly, and you just have to interpret it. And the interpretation just sounds bonkers. Or they don't know how to properly interpret it, so they try to translate it and they do a mirror translation, and it just sounds weird and funny because that's not how you were supposed to like express that thought in the language. Like, that's hilarious. Like, those are the funniest memes that can happen. Like, I love those as well.
But if Master Dan Heng were to hand everything over to Miss Bailu, it could lead to great upheavals on the horizon. No good would come of it for her.
So Danheng being back at the Cienjo and actually finding or unlocking his Vidyadhara form is trouble, because then that would mean that he is like supposed to be the High Elder currently. But because of Donfeng, things didn't work out that way and they had to appoint Bailu as the High Elder. So now that Dan Heng, who is like the rightful successor, so to say, is back, they are going to try and force him back into the position. Is what I'm thinking this means, but I'm not sure. Another suitable candidate? Who does for the Yadara hope for? I don't think she even wants to be the High Elder. I mean, that's an interesting part to consider. Like, does Bailu want to be a High Elder? Another suitable candidate, maybe?
Such a major matter as this is naturally up to the Preceptor Elders. I couldn't possibly say.
But yeah, shouldn't you be asking
Miss
Bailu?
Bailu is young, naive, and easily manipulated by others. I worry that under the pressure of others, she
Mm-mm.
would be convinced into taking up too great a burden.
Hmm,
I
interesting.
understand your concern, but I have nothing more to say on the matter at present.
Then I will bid my farewell. Master Dan Heng, whether you choose to meet Miss Bailu or go with me to see the Preceptor Elders, I will be waiting for you by the ferry leading to Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Gale Gorge Waterscape.
I haven't even set eyes on Bailu, and people are already urging me not to meet her.
Finally, we can learn about Dan Heng's past.
You've been spending too much time with March.
But it would be nice to know about each other. Like, it would be nice to get to know you
You
better.
know that I'm a descendant of the Lofu Vidyadhara.
Yes.
In Scale Gorge Waterscape, you witnessed my secret strength, as March would call it.
Yes.
Yet that power stems from Dan Feng, my previous incarnation.
Mm-mm.
He altered the process of High Elder succession, plunging everything into catastrophe. Ultimately, he suffered the punishment of molting rebirth. Based on the physiological principles of Vidyadhara reincarnation, I ought to have been an entirely new entity. And, in view of the law, all crimes from my previous incarnation should have been wiped clean.
So what's the difference here?
But in reality, I was locked up in the shackling prison at birth.
What?
Even after I was released and left the Xianzhou, my High Elder past and Dan Feng's enemies pursued me like a haunting shadow.
That is very interesting though, because like yeah, it's kind of like the sins of the father situation, but with a previous life of yours. Very interesting.
Now, I plan to face that shadow. In order to make amends, I want to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal
Yeah.
and visit the High Elder to see what more I can do. The star skiff is ready. Let's go.
I mean, that is actually very sensible to try and make up for something that's not even your fault. Like, that's very mature thinking. Very interesting. I don't really want to as I have been saying, I don't really want to get into like story quests right now, because yeah, story quests are something that I do want to experience for myself so that I can actually enjoy them. Tomorrow I have to go to campus. It's time to sleep. Thanks for the live stream. Thank you, Risfeld, for joining. I hope you had a pleasant time, and I'll hope to see you back again sometime. Have a good night's sleep. Bye bye. Yeah, I think with that we did build Dunhang, get him to level 80. We talked about his light cone. This is it for currently. Like, I'm not quite sure when I will have to upgrade to another light cone, or when I will be going to upgrade. What am I saying? Currently, this is going to be his light cone. I'm not sure when or if I will be upgrading for another light cone in the future, but for now, this will make do. We did get most of his traces to a level where they are usable, and I do need to farm more echoes of ore to get to a place higher. And then we did get a few things here that can hopefully be upgraded. That's an HP percentage roll. That's not really nice for us. Attack percentage, that's fine. We do need that. Break effect, we do not need that. One more. HP. Okay, that's not great. Neither of these are actually really good for us right now. Anything else here? Nope. Anything else here? This one has attack and attack percentage. This one has attack percentage and speed, so this might be an upgrade for us. Okay, that's a speed roll, which is good. Effect hit rate, we do not need that. Another speed roll. Okay. So I'm going to switch to this, because this is already better. And I think I'm going to, like, feed these two to this one. So that I don't really run out of fodder material in the future. And these are, like, straight up, like, not garbage, but not great options for us. Don't really plan on using any of these 4 stars either, so we can get these put on here as well. It's going to be a flat attack from the levels. Okay. So I also don't want to use all of these. So 4-star relics and planner ornaments it is for now. One, two. And we do have a max level here. I would have loved at least one attack percentage roll on that. But that's okay. This is an upgrade already because we do get 7 more speed and a few more percentage on, like, the other one was like 3.8 and this is 4.3, so this is a little more on the better side for us. This one has 8.6 and 9 speed. I'm not quite sure. Like, these are, I'm not even sure why I locked these. These are not great. But we did get one upgrade for us. In the long run, I'm not quite sure if speed is going to be better. A lot of people are using him with speed boots. Interesting, but I do believe we have enough speed to use him in this team. Yeah, everyone's around the 130 when it comes to speed. But we might have some relics to upgrade for our Evernight here. Okay, what do you have right now? HP, crit damage, and crit rate here. This one does not have crit rate, and we are going to be losing a lot of crit rate if we don't, like, get this. So unless you roll into crit rate here. Nope. No crit rate. So no upgrade on this for Evernight. And then we do have a body here. If this one rolls into crit rate, we can talk about this. It rolled into crit rate. One more crit rate roll. Nice. Effect res, not great. Give me one more crit rate, maybe. I did say I didn't want to use the thingies, but I did use the thingies. I would have liked an HP percentage there better, but this one already has HP percentage and crit rate. The other one only has crit rate on it, so I do believe this is going to be an upgrade for us. And that's more crit rate than the other one, so... And one less that stat for her, so... I think we found an upgrade here as well. Good. HP percentage, sure. Crit damage, crit rate. But these are 3 stat liners. So yeah, this one's definitely an upgrade. And then boots. Do I have boots for her? Take a look at. No. 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 That's flat attack. Or flat HP, right? Yes. No boots. No boots for her. And these definitely need some more upgrading. Like, we do need to farm more for those as well. But we did get 2 upgrades here. Like, one for this. Between these two. And one for Dan Heng with this one. Wait, which piece was it? This one. This piece. It was this one. The hand. So yeah. I guess that is it for today. We did what we set out to do. We did build Dan Heng PT. We did a little testing with him. Trying to clear... I forgot the name again. Pure Fiction. Don't ask me. Don't ask me why my memory does this to me. Like, brain, please work. I don't ask for much, just for you to work. And yeah, we did do some farming as well, and we ran into Dan Heng's Cienjo story quest as well, which, as the title said, it's Dan Heng time. So it was a very Dan Heng themed live stream. It's on brand that we run into his story quest as well. But yeah, that's it for today. Oh. Okay, I see a Bailu, and I don't want to run into Bailu because that's probably going to stop some kind of cutscene as well. So for today, I'm going to like claim these as well. Take a look at this one, because we do have an Ekta and Dan Heng. And we do have some pulls, but do I want to go for pulls when I am 0 on pity on both of these? No, probably not. But we can do one cheeky standard temple. And we do not get a 5-star. So I'm going to skip it. And we do get day 1 of my new live, which... Doesn't seem bad, but I have no idea who to use it on. But yeah, we set out to do a few things. We managed to do all those things. And I do believe this is going to be the end of today's stream. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a pleasant time. If you enjoyed today's stream, please leave a like. And if you want to stay updated with the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps out a lot. Again, thank you for watching. And with that, Avery out. Bye bye.